Hey, if you find yourself in a situation where you need to sell your home quickly, selling off market instead of using the traditional path, it might be something you want to consider. Cody Dover from Little Rock Property Buyers is here to talk a little bit about just that. Good to see you, man.
Hey,
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. When we talk about off market, what do you mean by that?
Well, off market, most times when people sell a house, they think they have to go on market, which is the traditional route.
Which is putting the for sale sign in your front yard.
Going with a realtor, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes that takes long. The time people don't have to wait, or the repairs they have to make, and so we just come in off market.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the folks who are coming to you who need to sell their house in this situation.
Yep, it's usually somebody in a situation that don't have the time, they don't want to wait on the market. Maybe they just don't have the resources to make the house repair ready for the market. And so there's a lot of times where the inspection report on the market can really eat up somebody's money there.
Yes.
And so we come in and buy it as is. They don't have to do any of that.
They don't have to go through all the stress and strain. I can remember selling our house with a realtor and just every day panicking about how does it look today? Somebody may want to come look at it for sure. All right, I know you've got stories that you've sort of more or less come to the rescue of people who are really in a distressed situation.
Yeah, and there's situations all around that we work with, but this one particularly was she was facing foreclosure. And whenever you go through foreclosure, you just give the house up. You don't get any money back. And then you get a bad credit rating and all that. So we're able to come in and save the day. We were able to stop the foreclosure and buy it a day before auction. And she got to walk away with money in her pocket.
Money in her pocket, and she didn't get hammered on her credit rating and go through all the problems that you go through with foreclosure. Wow, yeah, that's a perfect situation. How do you? I suspect there are other people that do what you do out there. How are you different than some of those folks?
Yep, that's good. So we orient around their concerns. There, as in the seller. There's different times where a seller might need to stay behind after closing to collect the proceeds and then also move along. So we offer a rent back program for free. We can come in and buy the house. The seller can stay behind, take their belongings as they need, and transition over without all the hassle and the rush.
Yeah, so you really try to take each case on a case-by-case basis to see exactly what they need.
That and one more thing was the guaranteed offer. Why that's important is we do have a guaranteed offer with a 0-day inspection. And what that means is, that's it. When I come out to your house and look at it, that is the inspection. And so that provides some peace of mind for a seller, clarity, and really confidence that we can move forward.
Yeah, you're taking on the risk, more or less, by doing that. So a lot of people want to sell their houses and they get ready to sell their houses. What are we doing wrong when we do that?
One thing I find is most time people chase the highest price. And what I orient around is, price, it's more about the terms. They chase the highest price without vetting the buyer and who that buyer might be, and then sometimes they flake out and they can't fulfill. And so part of our goal with offering a guaranteed offer is there's no backing out. When we say we're going to buy your house, we're buying the house.
Yeah, right. So, but also it's good to do your due diligence and find out who you're dealing with.
Yes.
And ask around. That is great advice. So you mentioned the foreclosure. Tell us some other sellers who might be right for this kind of option.
Yep, so again, the time, what we're selling is peace of mind. We're selling certainty. In a time where you're trying to sell a house and transition to the next chapter of your life, sometimes people just don't know how to go about that. And so we come in, we buy it as is, we take everything how it is. So what I tell people is take what you want, leave the rest behind, and they enjoy the ease of that and the convenience. And so anyone, whether it's for foreclosure, probate, you inherited a property.
Right, yes.
Or you're a landlord and you're just ready to get out. So there's many situations that we help cater to. And for the most part, people just value the convenience and the certainty of our offer.
Cody, we just put some contact information up on the screen. I'm sure if people had questions about their situation, whether this is right for them, I'm sure you'd welcome any inquiries any people have to do that. All right, well, there's the information up on the screen. As well, you see the telephone number, as well as Facebook as well. Follow them over on Facebook. Cody, it is great to meet you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Congratulations on the business you built for yourself as well. Coming back on Good Morning Arkansas right after this, got another weather forecast for you. Don't go away.